Hello, Bucknutters. Welcome into the Morning Five on April 2nd, 2014. I am Dave Biddle. Ohio State held its 9th practice of the spring on Tuesday, and we interviewed head coach Urban Meyer afterward. He confirmed that senior tight end Jeff Heuerman had surgery on his foot and will miss the next 6 weeks. It's not a Lisfranc sprain, which is something you hear a lot in the world of sports, but it is very similar to a Lisfranc sprain. Heuerman should be back for the start of summer conditioning. The Buckeyes only have 4 scholarship tight ends on their roster, including Heuerman and converted defensive end J.T. Moore. But the good news here is that fourth-year junior Nick Van Nett and redshirt freshman Marcus Baugh are having good springs. Meyer always talks up Van Nett, and it's especially nice to hear him say kind words about Baugh. There were rumors that Baugh was on very thin ice with the staff at the end of last season, but it sounds like he's turned the corner, and we'll see the field this fall. If Heuerman and Van Nett stay healthy, Baugh might not play a lot this season for the Buckeyes, but it's good to know he's on the right track and could be a big contributor down the line. We'll have much more on football later in the show.
OHIO.
Shameless plug time. If for some reason you're not a Bucknut subscriber, try our 30-day free trial. What a great opportunity to make sure you're getting what you want out of a Buckeye site. Try our 30-day free trial. Either click on the link in the Bucknuts Morning 5 story, or go on the front page, upper right-hand portion of your screen, click on the green box that says 30-day free trial. You will not be disappointed.
OHIO.
Let's move on to football recruiting. What's different about Ohio State's recruiting strategy this year? And what's the latest about the Buckeyes' recruiting efforts overall? We go out to the dean of Ohio State football recruiting, Bill Kurelic, for the answers.
When it comes to recruiting, many adjectives could be used for the Ohio State staff. Certainly they are very aggressive, thorough, absolutely relentless, and definitely innovative. The Ohio State staff this year, in fact, is taking a little bit different approach to recruiting than they did a year or 2 years ago. This year, rather than have large junior days where many prospects come and visit Ohio State at the same time, this year the Ohio State staff is, generally speaking, inviting smaller groups of prospects in to visit Ohio State at a time, but certainly the quality is outstanding. Generally, Ohio State coaches are having 3 to maybe 8 prospects visit Ohio State at a time for a spring practice session or just for a visit. And I think this approach is going to serve the Ohio State Buckeyes very, very well. I think they're going to end up with a great recruiting class come National Signing Day. A good example of the new approach is on Thursday when 2 outstanding prospects will visit Ohio State tight end Hale Hentges from Missouri and long snapper Liam McCullum from right here in Columbus from Worthington Kilbourne High School. Both will be making another visit to Ohio State, and both are big Buckeye targets. I featured Hale Hentges in my Buzz thread today, and on Tuesday I had a feature on Liam McCullum in my Buzz thread. Also, of course, after Hentges and McCullum make their visits to Ohio State on Thursday, I'll be following up, so look for that. But certainly the key here is that these are 2 great prospects visiting Ohio State, and the Buckeyes aren't going for so much as quantity at one time, but great quality, and they are certainly bringing in some great prospects, and I look for it to end up in a fantastic 2015 Buckeye recruiting class come National Signing Day.
Thank you, Dean.
OHIO.
Let's finish the show with more spring football talk as promised. One of the most interesting comments Meyer said last night was that true freshman Curtis Samuel had a really good day. Samuel was battling a pulled hamstring, and we hadn't heard much about him, but he's back healthy and is making waves. They're repping him at both tailback and the hybrid spot. Hopefully Samuel is a guy that can help on kickoff returns right away as a true freshman. You know Dontre Wilson's going to be back there as well. And hopefully Samuel can also help in a reserve role offensively, either at tailback or at hybrid, kind of similar to what Dontre Wilson did last year where they brought him in, had some cameo roles for him. But with Curtis Samuel enrolling early, maybe he'll play even more than Dontre Wilson did last year. But it's good to know that Curtis Samuel is starting to have some good practices for the Buckeyes. Another interesting comment from Meyer was that third-year sophomore quarterback Cardale Jones did not have a good day of practice on Tuesday. The past couple years, that would not have been notable information. However, Jones is having a very good spring overall, and Meyer said it was probably the first really bad day that the 6'5", 250-pound Jones has had this spring. The coaching staff has really turned the corner on Jones. I thought J.T. Barrett would be the backup to Braxton Miller this season and would take over as a starter in 2015. However, now all signs are pointing towards Jones earning those roles. There's still a lot of time and anything can happen, but the bottom line is that Cardale Jones has helped himself a lot this spring. Thank you very much for joining us on the Bucknuts Morning 5. I hope everybody has a great day.